Madder than, sicker than them. Madder than, sicker than them. Dreader than dread, dreader than dread. Yeah, but look at me tell them, say, yo, say what? We rise up on a left them a ball.
Wagwan Nation, it's that guy. Today for breakfast, I'm eating peanut butter. Peanut butter dipping with a granola bar. Well, it's like a protein. It's like a protein bar, chocolate banana. It's almost finished. It's actually pretty freaking good. And I have a tea. I have a tea to go with it. And this is just the beginning of my breakfast. Not the whole thing. You know those people that go after every sip? I'm not one of those people. Today I'm talking to you guys about the worst thing about my dreads, about my dreadlocks specifically. Not about locks in general. I just want to talk to you guys about what I feel the worst thing about my dreadlocks currently is. And it's not really a big deal. There's many amazing things about having dreads, so this is very minuscule compared to the greatness and the positive talking points of having locks. But make sure you stay tuned, stay subscribed. This is Not Nation. And looking at dreads, having dreads, you know, there's always something that is the worst. For some people, it might be the itchiness. For some people, it might be the weight. For some people, it could be the pain of having them sectioned and interlocked or twisted. The worst thing for some people might be mold or mildew buildup that happens. For some people, it might just be having the locks in their face. They don't like them falling in their face. For me, even though there's a plethora of things out there that could make your dreads not feel as good as you want, they're never always going to feel as good as you want. I feel like they go through phases where some days I'm not bothered by them at all for weeks on end, and then one day I'll just have a really bad day where something's bothering me about them, and I just got to do my best to push through it. And I feel like there might be two things really that are the worst things about my locks. Number one is gotta be the dryness on my scalp. Especially in the winter. Here in Canada, we get a good 6 months of winter weather every year. And it's drying on your skin. It's very taxing. There's no moisture in the air. And you're not sweating as much. So there's nothing really getting to your scalp. All it's doing is drying and drying and drying all the time. Now, there is ways to combat this. You know, essential oils, deep cleansing, even washing your hair. These all help with moisturizing of your scalp. But I've honestly just learned to live with it for the most part, because for me, I've realized it doesn't go away. Dry scalp has been an issue for me since I was a kid. Before I ever even had dreads, I always had issues with dry scalp, especially when my hair was braided, afro. I'd always have flakes somewhere. You know, you try the Head and Shoulders, you try different dandruff fighting shampoos. They work for like a day or two, but then it just actually makes it worse, and it comes back stronger. The only shampoo that I actually find that works for dandruff is T-Gel. Do-it-yourself versions of dreadlock or scalp cleansing, conditioning. I find that olive oil, coconut oil, jojoba oil really works well if you just let it on your skin. Sit on your skin either for an hour or overnight, and then wash your hair the next day is usually the best way to combat this. And if I show you a close-up of my scalp, I don't know if I could even... You can kind of see how dry it is there. Now I do try to use sprays to keep it moisturized. And I don't think the dandruff is actually really too bad right now. But as we are looking close up now, the second worst part about my locks is probably, you know, this rat's nest, bird's nest look that I got going on my scalp, where I haven't been separating lately. I haven't been doing anything with frizzy hairs. I've just been kind of letting them do their thing. So So frizzy hair is definitely one of the worst parts, but I don't find them that bad because I just embrace frizzy hair as much as possible. I used to be a nitpicker about having frizzy hair, and I'd always be trying to crochet them in and make them look super neat. To whom I'm trying to impress, I don't really know. I guess it was just more so for my OCD and myself. And I just try to live with it the best I can. You know, there are days when I think, yo, maybe I'll go to a loctician, or maybe I'll just take them in myself and do a little crochet hook. But then I'm just like, for what? A month later, it's gonna be exactly how it was earlier anyways. So I just kind of leave it. Which brings me down to my third point, is the weight at times. And this is probably the most annoying thing for me, is now that my hair is getting really long and super fast, might I add, like my hair is growing way quicker than my interlock days. The weight can become an issue when I am doing sports, when I'm skating. You know, dreads can get in the way. Even sometimes when I'm wearing a hat too long outside, or my hair up, you can feel it kind of pulling on your head in different ways, giving you like a weird headache feeling on the top of my head I've had before. I've mentioned this in the past with the yoga. That's when the weight can really hit you as well, because your dreads are getting wet as well at that point, so the added weight there. So my solution for the length and the weight of my hair right now is just wearing them down as much as possible, not wearing them on top or on the back of my head. Just really trying to keep them flowing organically to downwards, because I don't want the length and the weight to really hinder me in any ways. You know, I know it's not really a big issue. I look at guys like Damian Marley, his locks are to the floor, super long. I mean, if he's able to do it, it shows some commitment and some motivation there. But at the same time, if you look at Damian Marley's scalp, he's losing a lot of hair on his scalp, and he's retaining all of his locks by braiding them together so they have stronger anchor points at the roots. Now, I personally feel like I would avoid getting to that stage. I'd rather have shorter dreads with more hair on my head than long ass dreads to show. Like, long ass dreads really show your commitment and your dedication to the culture. But at that point where they need to be re-anchored, I wouldn't really fuck with that too much. I'm gonna make a video on Damian Marley's locks and the picture that I saw the other day, just so we can clarify what was happening there. But essentially, that's my worst thing about locks. Just the weight, the dryness, and the frizziness. It's not even that bad. And the best thing about it is, by accepting these things, especially the frizziness and the dryness, by accepting these things, I'm not worried or concerned about what people think of me anymore. I know on my level that it's the worst thing about my dreads, but by me not allowing it to bother me, I know that if anybody ever says something to me about it, it's not going to bother me. So I'm really comfortable with how they are. I do my best to keep them moisturized and to keep the frizz down. And my way of keeping the frizz down is basically rearranging the frizz and tucking it in and folding it back in ways so it kind of doesn't show anymore. Like that was like a little fix about it. But I mean, the frizz will be back in 5 minutes anyways. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The phone's going off. Turn that on silent. So yeah, definitely leave me a comment down below. One thing, what you guys feel is the worst thing about your locks. I'm very interested to see what the community is feeling on this. I'm sure there's gonna be some pretty unique answers down there as well. So I'll definitely be responding and looking at the comments. So I appreciate you guys stopping by and hitting that like button and sharing this to the culture, because it's the only way we're gonna get out there to 1 million people. By sharing and recruiting people to the Knot Nation. So again, bless up, kings and queens, for watching this video. I'm gonna sign out. Until next time, peace out, one love, stay happy and Nazi, and I'll see you in the next dreadlock video. I'm gone. Oh, check out my salt lamp in the back. I don't know if you saw it in the video or not, but it's a little bit of ambiance. All right, I'm out of here. See you guys next time. Peace.
Madder than, sicker than them. Madder than, sicker than them. Dreader than dread. Yeah, but look at me tell them say, yo, say what?